Wrong button. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Phlinger here, and welcome back to Conan Exiles Beginner Guide. This is episode 3 of 4 full beginner's guides. We will be actually moving on, transitioning over to a Let's Play eventually, but right now we're still in beginner's guide territory. So, we ended up in the last beginner's guide. I showed you guys how to go get a pretty good thrall, actually, pretty good early game one. And then also a couple other ones. That's a Taskmaster, and this one right here I did not do on camera. He is just a level 1 blacksmith. He will be helping us out around the base. Alright, so this guy right here, Nos the Murderer, this is a pretty aggressive guy. So, yeah, let's take him. Let's put him down. Bam. Now let's instruct him to follow us because it's telling us to, so follow me. And then instruct the thrall to attack. We will do that here in just a minute because this guy right here... yeah, he's a bit of a pain in the butt. So, yeah, we're going to take him. I'm going to actually, before we actually take him out and we do this next one, we're going to learn how to do armor. Yeah, we're going to, now that we've got our thrall, now that we've got a couple thralls, now we get to play dress up. You're welcome. This is, yeah, it's fashion Conan. Come on. This is what everybody, yeah. Just sit here and drink my water. I know what I've done. All right, so now that you've got that, now what you want to do is you want to go like this. You want to open that up. Armor. All right, so now we are going to learn how to armor, and then this will learn us. This will learn us how to craft armorer's bench. That's English, I swear. This will teach us actually how to craft that. So now we also get the apprentice tinker while we're in here, because that one right there will actually help us with the repair kits, and also the tinker's bench, which will eventually help us out with a few other things in order to augment our armor. Might as well get it now because we're going to want to get it later. All right, so now that we've got that done, let's take this, put this down here, see if we've actually got enough. F. Armor's, there's Tanner's table, armorer's bench. All right, let's take this. Put that right there. And now we have got our collection of all sorts of different armors we want to make. If you have not purchased any DLCs, your choices will be limited. But, I mean, honestly, the choices are still pretty dang good. I mean, you can get things like Bear Shaman stuff, which is actually really good. But yeah, I would recommend when you're going through and you're picking out which armor you want, click on each individualized one and then figure out if you want the armor value and health, or if you want, say, here, let me go. It keeps quit giving me medium. All right. Some of them actually give you agility weapon damage. Other ones give you additional stamina. Other ones give you strength weapon damage. Other ones give you, let's see, it's agility weapon damage, additional health, stamina, strength weapon damage. I usually actually really like this barbarian stuff. It's pretty good. Agility damage. Yeah, there's a few different things that a bunch of these different armors will give you, but I would recommend you go through. Oh, there, here we go. Carrying capacity. This right here is actually really good for those pack rats. You know who you are. And then also there is another one in here that is actually really good. That, yeah, here, no, this isn't it, but it's in this line. Right here. Concussive damage and follower damage. If you are looking to get a whole bunch of thralls, which I am, I'm going to get this armor set just because... yeah, it's light armor. It has very little armor value, but we can always give it an additional boost as we get higher level and we start getting the additional things to add on to it. So I'm actually going to craft this entire suit right here for myself. So my thrall will be able to actually do a lot more damage. And then... while that's going, we're going to come over here and we're going to rename this guy because Thrall, Nos the Murderer is, I mean, come on, that's a bit of a gruesome name. So all you do is just go up to use your, your use command, your use key, whatever you want to put on him. And then, well, whatever key you use to access their inventory, you just go up to it, press on it, or whichever key you use to interact with the world. There you go. That's what I was thinking about. I swear, I can know how to talk. I swear. All right. And then from here, you just go up and you just click in this area. And Knots the Murder is a really bad one. And he looks like he's wearing eyeliner. So we're going to call him Bob the... Beautiful. Because... Hold on, I forgot the I in there. I could put beautiful in there, but beautiful is better because this is Conan. Bob duh. Beautiful. Perfect. Nailed it right there. Bam. Bob, you're looking great. Make sure you hit enter on that, or else don't just click out. You have to hit enter on it, or else it won't set the name. But yeah, Bob, fantastic, dude. All right, now also, now that we've got this and he's up and going, now I will show you a few different things. There are some of the commands that you can give him. You can give him a whole bunch of stuff. Also, if you click into his inventory, you can fine-tune how close you want him to follow you, how close, say if things are attacking, how close do you want him to attack. I actually want to give him a little bit of extra range so I can sick him on things and I can work around behind him. This will give me 15 meters to be able to do that. And chase, I do not want him to chase 30 meters. I want him to go just a little bit further than where he is. Now, the guarding behavior, I don't want him to be aggressive. I want him to be defensive. I want something to get hit first before he goes and starts chasing after it. If we have him on aggressive, the moment anything gets close, he's just going to yell a battle cry about how much he hates their guts and go over and just splatter them. We don't want that. We want something to get hit, then he will splatter them. So, yeah, be careful. I mean, just... know when to splatter your enemies, okay? It is important. All right, and since we are playing, you know, Sally Dress Up, all right, we are going to take our armor, put it over here, and then we're going to craft him up a medium set of armor that has a higher armor value, but also has strength weapon damage, because I'm definitely going to put the biggest, meanest weapon in that guy's hands that I possibly can, so where I want them to be able to do a ton of damage. Or I will put a shield and a hammer in his hands, so where he will still do a ton of damage and be able to tank a bunch. So, yeah, I'm going with the Catan Captain stuff. This stuff is actually pretty good. And I'm going to have to come back and get more for the helmet. But, yeah, this is what I'm going to put Bob in. Also, another thing I'm going to want to learn is I'm going to want to keep an eye on the shields and such like that, and then also make sure that when we get a little bit higher level, I'm going to want to keep an eye on this one right here, level 20, the Iron Targ. This one right here is the one that you want to give your thralls early game. The wood shield is okay, but it's not nearly as good. You just want to make sure that if you want your thrall to tank, give him the proper tools to tank. Don't send him up against bad guys and wonder why he's not taking when you don't give him the proper gear. Set your thralls up for success. Trust me, you will not regret it, and it will help you out in the long run. Alright, but also some of the early game shields are actually pretty good. These are the DLC shields. Your results may vary depending on what you've got, but you should be able to actually craft a couple of them. And these are made inside the armor's bench. So I'm going to probably... with this one, and we're going to eventually have to go get more iron. But yeah, this is what we're going with. So we go with that. Wait till this gets made. All right, so now we've got that. Let's actually get this stuff equipped. Oh yeah, looking stylish. Now this stuff right here, we could actually keep it. I mean, honestly, there's really no reason unless you get a thrall that doesn't have it, but they usually come equipped with all this stuff. But that may help us out in the long run. So we'll go like this. And then he's got daggers. We don't want to let him keep those daggers. We'll just like how we equipped ourselves, we will go. We will equip him. Make sure he's got a shield in his hand. And then also... it go? There it is. All right. Until we can get him a better club. But the stone club will work. And the moment he attacks, he will start using that stuff. And it's going to be really good. All right, now also another couple things that you're going to want to do is take a look at his stats. He will level up. And you want to make sure that you pay attention to all of these stats, because right now his growth chance is in agility. I really don't want that. We may end up having to go get another thrall, but this guy right here still could be pretty good. I'm going to be using an agility fighter for a strength job. So, yeah. All right, but also we do need to feed him. Take that. And that also changes. The type of food you put in his inventory will actually affect this. So now, because we gave him those steaks, it gives him plus 14% chance to go with vitality. Now, there's a whole slew of different foods that will help out with different ones. But, yeah. All right. And also, another thing about his stats, his armor will not degrade. You will not have to repair this stuff. But unlike our stuff we will have to repair, but his stuff we will not. So, yeah. All right, let's go pick a fight. Let's go get some iron. Come on, Bob. You're looking beautiful, dude. Now we've got to instruct our thrall to attack. Now, also, one thing that I would like to point out is now that we've got this, we've got plus 16 to our thrall damage and plus 20 to our concussive damage. So, yeah, if we want to knock some crap silly, we can totally knock some crap silly. And we're going to see if we can knock this dude over here. Okay. That dude just got ganked by a crocodile. All right, well, here. Get him, Bob. Die. Now we're pretty much just going to be leveling up Bob for a little bit, because he really doesn't get his first major thing until level 10. But he did get his first level. So now we can go like this. You can take a look at what he got. He got strength and agility right there, plus also grit. So yeah, he's getting some pretty decent stats going on into this. We just want to kind of pay attention to what he's doing and what he's getting, because honestly, we want a high health pool and we want a bunch of other stuff. But if we don't get the right one right from the beginning, just know that, just rinse and repeat. Okay, so that was Anna the Reaver, and apparently she wasn't a very good Reaver. All right, I'm going to go get some iron over here. You guys know the route that we've been taking. I will cover it once again in this video, but this is probably the last time I'll be covering it like this. Alright, so starting right here, this is where I start on my loop, or my run. Is basically a straight run down. That. Also, Bob, I have an idea. Why am I not letting you use your daggers here? You can use my old daggers. Now we'll use these daggers. If you want to, use your daggers, dude. All right, now from here, we're going to go all the way down this way. Right up here to that pillar up there. And also, I'm going to get as much food as I can. I've got a lot of starving thralls at home. Just remember mallet, or the cleaver for meat, and the where'd my knife go? I probably left my knife, but the knife is for hide. metals respawn, so I'm going to get as much of this stuff as I can. Alright, coming from here, we go over this way. Now that we've got Bob as well, Bob can actually help carry some of our stuff. So he can carry... Let's see, how much does all that weigh? 5 pounds. There you go. Let me throw that out. And, of course, yeah. All right. And then also with Bob, Bob's not going to be able to travel down these things, but he will just teleport. So yeah, you can kind of just go wherever you want, and Bob will just either walk right behind you, path a little bit, not much, or if he's having a hard time reaching you, he'll just literally teleport. Also, there is usually a named over here. I want to make sure I've got plenty of meat. Yeah, there's usually a named over here. I want to go see what it is, but also I need to go get the iron ore up here. Let's go get that. Now, for the first little bit with Bob, we're going to want to keep an eye on him, but eventually, unless we're going against some really tough stuff, he'll be fine. Yeah, as he's leveling up, we just kind of want to keep an eye on him. On his stats, yeah. I mean, look at that. Stats are already getting really good. He's already at 715. I mean, yeah, he's not the best, but, you know, he's all right. So, yeah. He's going to do us quite well. Having a named one, even though it's not like a super tough uber named, it will still give us a pretty good leg up. Now, there are places where you can go and get early game, like, overpowered with some of the thralls that you get. That's up to you if you decide to go get it. I'm not the guy to show you that, but there are ways of actually doing it. I actually prefer a little bit of challenge. This right here will give us some challenge, but it will give us a little bit of a leg up without making it the beginning of the game completely face roll stupid easy. Alright, now this is the last of this stuff. This should be enough to give us all metal weapons. And yeah. Okay. Now, let's go see if we can go pick a fight with another named. If we can get another named, we will definitely knock that sucker out. And he usually wanders right over here. There's a couple different spots or named guys.
Curse you!
Where is this guy? Oh, there he is. Okay. He looks like Conan. Okay, so we're definitely going to want this guy. So let's take that off him, and we'll put this in his inventory with no other weapons, and then so he has no choice other than to use that against this guy. All right, so we will take this, and we will go 6. We will equip our own.
You picked the wrong fight! Face death. Die.
And while it was much more difficult, the first one, the follow-up ones with the named helping us is so much easier. I mean, look at how fast this guy's going compared to how long it took us to knock out Bob. See, look at that. Yeah. Just night and day difference. I pick up you, eat a food to regenerate our health, and let's get going. Take this guy back to base. I just put this one over here. And there we go. Turn that sucker on. And now we've got Eric over here as well. All right, let's go and let's cook all of our stuff. Turn that on. Turn that on. Get all of that up and going. Now, I definitely want to go take a look down here and see what all we've got. But hold on, let me repair everything before we go. Okay, we need more iron bars for that. See how I gave this to Bob and he totally used it, but it still has 100% durability? Yeah. It's wicked cool that thralls don't burn through their armor. Yeah, look at that. Still at max. That is great. He looks good too. I'm just saying. Yeah, you look good, Bob. Yeah, you are beautiful, dude. All right. Now, we have to convert a crafter, so we're going to need to get down here and start beating the crap out of everything. I'm going to need to wait, I think, because Eric's going to take a little bit. We're also waiting on the iron. So, you know what? I'll just bring you guys back when I'm ready to actually do a couple things, because, yeah, we're just busy waiting. Got the blacksmith working, everything like that. All right. Awesome. See you guys in a minute. All right, so now we've got a bunch of the iron already up and going. So now I want to, and I made him a club because I want him to be able to use the shield smash ability, so where he is, you know, he's breaking shields. All right, and for me, I want something that bleeds, where I can get in, I can do some damage, and I can get out, but I don't want to be locked into, you know, the whole type of stone dagger animations. So I want to get, okay, now there's 5 different types of, or 6 different types. I swear I can count. I can read, I can count, I swear. All right, but yeah, so we have these ones, and you have to pay attention. One of them, the Nemedian katana, does not have bleed on it. So we want to have one of them that does have bleed on it, right? And then this one right here doesn't say it's two-handed, but it probably is. But I'm not gonna take face value, but I'm gonna take, I think, this one, because they're for the most part all two-handed. So I'm just gonna craft that one because I like the way that one looks. All right, so now that I've got my katana, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take these, put these up here just so I have it just in case. Put that right. You want to stop shivering over there? Dude, you're a little bit too loud. All right, so let's take this. Put this right here, and put this right here. Where he's got that. And then also, I want to make sure... Oh, yeah. You look great, Bob. All right, so now let's come down here. See how much you've got left on you. You are almost up and ready. We'll take that, and I'm gonna go clear out this camp, and then there's also another thing I want to show you. Because now that we've got Bob completely... geared out, all except for the headpiece. We're gonna go figure a few things out. But now, also, we have this New moveset that we can do. Yeah, so now instead of blocking, if you hold block, we get this moveset. And if you wait until, here, watch this. Watch the tip of the blade. See how it flashed? If you hit it right when it flashes, you'll do a bunch of extra damage.
Curse you!
Probably should have healed, taken you as a companion, but you know, you'll be fine. All right. Actually, you won't. I mean, you're kind of, you know, cut in half, but you know, you're fine. All right, so now let's take this. Now that we've got that, we'll go with this. Now we got to go see if we can find ourselves some sort of a thrall that we can knock out and we can bring back and we can get rid of the thrall taker thing.
You picked the wrong fight!
Okay, so you're out. Oh, definitely you. Definitely you. I definitely want to cook. Get a Bob. She's making you bleed your own blood. Don't let her. Yeah, that backflip really didn't work for you. I mean, it was impressive, though. All right, now let's run her back. Yeah, having a cook in base, pretty good. Cooks, dancers, blacksmiths, smelters, armorers, those are the ones that you really want. Those are the ones that really help you out. Let's take you. That there. All right, converted crafter. All right, so now that we've got that, and see, all these ones, I didn't even have these queued up. I had this one queued up, but we learned all of this stuff. So now you can actually claim these rewards. Blacksmith even. Thrall taker. Gave us a purple lotus potion. Yeah, that's good stuff. We crafted Tanner's table and we got that. I will work on agility, I swear, eventually. Clean that up. Put that in there. Take these, put them down here because I really don't need them right now. And this guy right here is going to be one of our base defense. Now this is Eric the Slayer. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll let him slay things. Okay. At least for now, and then we may eventually change his name later on. If you guys can think of a good name for him, down in the comments, let me know. Yeah. I'm not sure what to call him. Let's turn this on. There you go. Now, while that's cooking, now we are going to... We're going to head over to Siptah. So, because if you have the expansion, Siptah, the Isle of Siptah, in the new Unreal Engine 5 update, you can freely transfer between these two maps. Now, there is a teleporter right here over the bonfire that we start our iron run in. Also, there's another one right here. So yeah, you can mark those two on the map right there, and then right here. Now, they will take you, the one on the left, which is the one we're going to be taking right now, will bring you to right here on the map, way over on the very far west. The one on the east will take you way over here, right... I want to say here on the map. I believe that's where it's at. All right, but there's a couple camps over here that are relatively easy for us to early game farm. And that's what we're going to do once Bob tries out his new, Really? Follower leveled up. If you see those 1 stars, you can get demon blood out of them. It's pretty good. You will eventually need demon blood for other stuff. Alright, let's take out this girl.
It wasn't supposed to be like this.
No, it wasn't. Good job, Bob. Let me take a look at your stats. You are coming along nicely. I mean, he is coming along quite nicely, actually. So, yeah. Especially for an early game thrall. And now this guy over here is the guy that we're wanting to talk to. So now here that we talk to the Inherent of the Outer Dark, all you do is go up and do your use command and take me to the Isle of Siptah. And this will seamlessly just transfer you. It'll be a little bit of a load, not much. And then we'll put you right here. Now we are right here on the map. I would recommend, until you actually get used to it, you actually go click off your character just a little bit right there, and you put a marker here. That way there, you know exactly where the teleporter is. And then from here, there's a couple camps that we're going to want to take a look at. The rather easy ones as well. There's a camp right down there. And then there's a camp right over there. Now, both of them have some pretty good stuff. And they also have some decent thralls. So you may want to consider bringing all the stuff for a Wheel of Pain over here. Okay, so now inside of this one, you're gonna find all these treasure chests right here, or all these chests that have got all this food. And it's pretty dang huge how much food they've got. Extra potions, languages. These things right here, you use them, and they help you learn the languages. Take the bedroll, take that. And also these boxes. Learn Catalan dance. Yeah, even rare spice. You're going to need that later on. Salted berries. There's just so many different things to loot here. We want a bow, we can get one. There's also, now that we've actually looted a bow, there is, if you were to do the journey for the archer, which is craft a hunting bow, craft arrows, power shot an enemy, which is where you hold back, hold back the the aim until you see that little flash, and then you shoot it right when the flash goes. That's a power shot. And then kill an enemy with a bow. You actually learn how to get the powerful hunting bow, which is actually a pretty decent bow. It's the same as the, you know, the DLC stuff that you can get, but that's how you get one of those really easy. Okay, now I have to remember where the other one is. I believe it's over to the other side. I believe it's over this way. May actually be further down that way. But yeah, that one right there will have rare foods and bandages and stuff like that. It's actually really good for amassing quite a bit of this stuff. And that's right as you spawn in. And there's another camp. I'm trying to remember right where it's at. It's been a minute. Where you get a bunch of gold and stuff like that, so you can use it for the currency when you get to the big towns. Yeah, and in that brief time I was away, this entire area is already respawned. But yeah, you can come back in, get a whole bunch more food. Yeah, iron cleaver. Yeah, get rid of the stone cleaver. Yeah, so much stuff inside of here. Here, eat that stuff, Bob. Also eat that stuff, Bob. Alright. And then this one right here. Iron sickle. Plant pots. A whole bunch of seeds. Some of these seeds are actually rather hard to get, too. So, yeah. Make sure, if you, early game, just come in here and get some early food. Stuff like that. Also, some of this food is actually kind of hard to make. So, yeah. Alright, so this right here is the other spot. Now this is, I just wasn't going far enough. So you spawn right there and you come right over here. And then quick and easy way of coming over and getting money. That was fancy movement. Not as fancy as mine. And also you kind of have to be a little bit careful because there's a name. But he's not really that tough. There's Jam. Oh shit, of course a cook! Ow! Cooks are always the worst.
It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Give no chance, mate. Curse you.
And Bob's out. Bob back up. Once again.
chance for me now or swing for me later.
Not letting you kill Bob, dude. Not happening. Alright, so now that we've got this, yeah, this guy will drop armor, and then also he will drop a key. The key will actually let you get a free thrall, whichever is in the cages around here. So yeah, I'm gonna wait until morning time, and then we're gonna get back in there. Alright, so yeah, these guys right here, like this right here is a pack bearer. We got 2 of them inside of there. I want to save the key. I don't want either of those.
You picked the wrong fight. I never wanted to be here.
But all of these chests around here are going to have money in them. Now, you can use this money in the big cities. In the city here on Siptah. Or over in Siptah on the Exiled Lands. To unlock a few things. You can get, like, mercenary, thralls from the Black Hand, or you can get certain things like rock nose eggs and such.
You picked the wrong fight.
Get all of this. Yeah, also, if you are going into endgame and stuff, and you're looking at amassing stuff for Horde, this is also really good for that. This. There we go. Also, clearing out these camps, really good XP. Especially early game. And as long as you don't let your Bob die like how I did to the jailer, generally pretty dang good. I think that's about it for this camp. Alright, let's move on back. Alright, just like that, let's head back. We'll go unload this stuff. Every once in a while when you transfer, your thrall will be a little bit messed up. I think I'm gonna have to go travel back and see if he's there. This is one of the only issues I've seen so far with, so let's head back and see if he's over here. Because he should be with me. You see my Bob? I don't think they saw my Bob. There you are. Alright, come on, Bob. Alright, craft another box, and we'll just get all this stuff over. Want that with me just in case. Alright, so now that we've got all of our booty put away, we've got our hook over here. We can take her, we can put her down. There we go. And I do believe that's probably where I'm going to end it for today. So, yeah. crafting armor, equipping your thralls, and then going out and invading all the local, you know, the camps, because, you know, it's good to be a friendly neighbor with your sword. Yeah, so anyway, I hope this video helps you out. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. I really appreciate it. If you're new around here, subscribe. And until next time, this is Phlinger. Take it easy, everybody.